We are now in orbit above Byzantium, Captain. Welcome back, Captain. How can I be of assistance? I'll be here.
I've done plenty of smuggling runs, but this thing with the chemicals is bold. Since we're in Byzantium, there's something I've been meaning to do.
And what's that?
I haven't actually talked to my folks in a while. Shocking, right? Anyway, it's probably about time I paid them a visit. Given the dangerous life I lead, they've got to be worried sick.
Funny, you don't strike me as the type who keeps in touch. No, I don't want to say that, of course. Just let me know how I can help.
Whoa, let's calm down. I'm not asking for a favor or anything. I'm just suggesting we stop by when we're in the neighborhood. See, I'm originally from Byzantium, born and raised. I know that probably comes as a big surprise.
Actually, I can see it. You're pretty well spoken.
But I worked so hard. I dropped the accent, picked up a swagger, developed a taste for Spacer's Choice.
Yeah, I think that's the problem. You try a little too hard.
Huh. Well, I bet they won't know the difference. I bet they'll barely recognize me.
Yeah, I didn't see why you can't go see him when it's convenient.
Oh, well, I was thinking you'd
Oh.
come too?
Okay, we'll go.
Great. And when we get there, draw out your rough edges a bit. If you've got an outfit you haven't washed in a while, maybe some blood stains, wear that one.
What?
Oh, and help yourself to the good snacks and put your feet on the coffee table. Mother hates that.
Right, I think I get the idea, Ellie.
Just know that I've got plenty more suggestions if you need them. Anything else?
You have something to say about chasing down the dimethyl sulfoxide?
I sure hope you negotiated for a raise with this Phineas guy.
Why'd you say that?
Ever notice how this job gets bigger and more dangerous every time he calls in? He's asking a lot, Captain. Makes me wonder what your angle is.
Yeah, Phineas rescued me from the Hope. The least I can do is help him see this through.
That's one way of looking at it. Another is that he pulled you out of hibernation without your say-so and got you to do his dirty work. Besides, none of this is your mess, so why go dirtying your hands with it?
If Halcyon goes down, we all do. I'll do what I can to fix it.
Guess I hadn't looked at it that way. Still, Phineas isn't your only option. The board's put a bounty on his head, and they've got more than enough bits to pay it. I've got no love for the corporations, but they know how to take care of their people. The ones at the top, anyway.
Yeah, I'm not going to become some corporate lackey.
Don't think of it as being a lackey. Think of it as doing a job and getting paid really, really well. I know you want to save the day, but don't forget to look after yourself. No one else out here's going to.
Oh, Ellie, I didn't know you cared.
Hey, don't get any ideas. I'm just making sure you last long enough to pay me at the end of this. Anything else?
Yeah, what can you tell me about Byzantium?
It's like one of those stuffy art gallery pieces. Looks okay from far off, but once you get close, you realize it's just some mismatched shit everyone's agreed to overpay for. Even the bribes are overpriced.
Why did you leave?
The real question is why didn't I leave sooner? There's all these invisible rules, and everyone spends all their energy just trying not to break them.
What do you mean?
I was a top-tier surgeon, but I could hardly open a pack of gauze without 10 people signing off first.
Yeah, I think that would drive me crazy.
Now you see why I left. People call Byzantium the jewel of Halcyon, but really, it's just paste. Everything's polished and bureaucracy. Take a close look and you'll see it's deader than anywhere else in the colony.
I need the lay of the land. Anything I should know?
Don't trust anyone, don't touch anything, and whatever you do, don't show your teeth when you smile.
Why not?
People are extremely competitive about cosmetic dentistry. It can get ugly.
Okay. Must have been interesting growing up there.
Interesting like a colonoscopy. I trained as a surgeon. More my folks' idea than mine, but I made the best of it.
Sounds like there's a but to this story.
Lots of them, unfortunately. I even sculpted a few. Turns out Byzantines are more concerned with having square shoulders and a good profile than, well, anything else.
Alright, that's enough about Byzantium.
That's what I've been saying.
Alright, let's go. So let's bring Ellie and Parvati. Need to get her some clothes.
That's what we really need,
More of you standing in my light?
A repair drone repairs itself. Like, an auto repair.
The law's really...
Why can't something exciting happen around here for once?
Nothing wrong with stability. It means everything's running like clockwork.
Don't you ever want a little fun? Maybe see a marauder ship get blown to bits overhead?
What a thing to say. Everyone knows marauders can't fly.
By the law, look at those arms. How'd you like to show those off for millions? Kid, you got presence. Natural magnetism, know what I mean?
No, I like where this is going.
Tell you what, you're gonna like it a whole lot more once we start talking bits. Listen, you got an agent? Some kind of representation?
I consider myself freelance.
Fresh, natural talent. I know it when I see it. Listen, you got a real special quality, raw energy. I see you in pictures, kid.
Just tell me what you're offering and stop calling me kid.
I'm making a feature, Space Pirates of Moros Prime. It's gonna be a hit. But we still need a star. And I think you got the chops.
Ah! Captain! You're gonna be in pictures!
Already got an entourage, huh? Way to get ahead of the game. So what do you say? You ready for the chance of a lifetime?
I am in.
Terrific. We're holding auditions at the studio. Head to Odeon Pictures and take the elevator. You're going all the way to the top, baby.
Well, this has started well.
It's better than nature.
That's supposed to be a model of the system? Not super accurate. I once treated a lady who got her hand caught in the gears. Idiot was more worried about her rings than her fingers.
CNP pancake mix now requires no mixing. Seriously, don't mix it.
I've always loved that sculpture.
It's an orrery, and you say that every time.
It's strange, though. I thought Byzantium was the center of Halcyon.
That's a figure of speech.
I know that.
Oh, look at all the pretties.
You, with the hips. Over here. Let me take a closer look at you.
Don't speak. Hold that posture for a moment while I admire you. You have a natural contrapposto, my dear. The way you rest your weight against your hip suggests a certain rugged charisma possessed only by the mighty primal and the well-traveled spacer. Splendid. I love it.
Yeah, that's me. Rugged and well-travelled.
Celeste, you've done it again. I knew from the moment I laid eyes on you that I'd found my muse. I'm Celeste Jolicoeur, and you, my dear, are exactly what Byzantium needs.
Are you trying to tell me something?
I'm an artist, darling, not a tweed merchant. I don't sell things. I pollinate the world with art. I'm working on a new line of clothing that will shock this city to its core, and I'd like your help. What do you say, my dear? Care to make history with me?
What do you have in mind?
When I look at you, I see the very embodiment of everything the walls of Byzantium were built to keep out. Making an outfit worthy of you won't be easy. I'll need your help gathering the right materials.
Alright, I'll help you out.
Marvelous! You and I are gonna wake this city up like a cold splash of wine to the face. What I need is a survey of the outside world. What does the common laborer wear? How do the wild-eyed madmen of Monarch dress them? I've heard rumors, but I require samples. Also, I expect you to model for me.
What's the benefit of seeing me wear it?
My dear, fashion is a performance art. An outfit without a body is like an instrument without a player. I'll need you to model for me the following: the apparel of an iconoclast, the armor of a marauder, and a full ensemble of spacer gear, helmet included. And when I say spacer gear, I mean an outfit worn by real spacers. None of that garbage spacer's choice pedals. You have the bearing and demeanor of a born model. You're going to absolutely murder this job.
Hold on, I need to know more about these outfits.
I expect you'll cut an exquisite figure. What else do you need to know?
You said something about iconoclast outfit?
I've heard rumors of these iconoclasts, half-mad zealots rampaging across the surface of Monarch. You'll have to find your own way into Monarch. I can't help you. Even if I could, I prefer not to interfere with your creative process.
Okay, and what's so interesting about Marauder armor?
I don't know. I've never seen a marauder. Not in person, anyway. There are always Aetherwade programs, but I want something authentic. Byzantium is long overdue for a change of wardrobe, my dear. Something barbaric, yet elegant.
Okay, and where am I supposed to find spacer gear?
If I were an enterprising spacer in need of a wardrobe, I'd probably head to the Groundbreaker.
See what I can do.
Fabulous! I can't wait to see what you dredge up.
Okay. So, yeah, can I buy something before we sort out Parvati?
I can't wait to see those outfits. What can I do for you, darling?
My engineer's going on a date and she needs a fine outfit.
You don't gotta be so forward about my reasons, Captain.
Let me get a good look at you. Turn around, please, darling. My word. Such muscular shoulders. You're a vision, dear.
I am no such thing, ma'am.
Nonsense. You're absolutely lovely. Chin up now. I have just the thing for you. Let me do a back-of-the-envelope calculation. Materials, labor, licensing and copyright. There.
I can't cover that. I mean, we've got like 40,000 bids and we haven't got too much else to spend it on at the moment. She's an engineer, you think she can afford that? Well, let's use persuade, we've got it. She's an engineer, you think she can afford that? She needs to impress her true love.
Love? That's the ultimate luxury, darling. Love. Oh, gracious me.
I don't get why that's funny, ma'am.
Oh, my cherub. Who woos for love anymore? That's so... precious. All right, Captain. Here is the absolute best I can do for you.
Alright, 3,000.
There are some things I simply cannot skimp on, darling. Such a lovely young lady deserves the best. Now stand back. Back! I'll enter the settings and get these machines spinning. You'll be broke to bespoke in merely an hour. And there we are, my darling. I wish you a splendiferous evening. And if you don't mind my asking, have you any interest in modeling?
What? Oh, no, ma'am. All them eyes staring at me? I couldn't. No way, no how. I get scared just thinking on it.
I wish you weren't so shy, my Violet. You truly are beautiful. I hope your date sees that as clearly as I.
Yeah, have you got anything else to say?
For you? Anything.
No, you said I was exactly what Byzantium need. What do you mean?
Byzantium has lost its élan vital. Everything about this city is so dreadfully stale. I want to make people uncomfortable the way you do. You're an outsider. You clearly don't belong in Byzantium, and yet you strut about, doing as you please.
Have I heard of a tailor who wants to make people uncomfortable?
I'm not some common buttonmonger, darling. I'm an artist. It's my job to make you uncomfortable.
Have you ever been outside Byzantium?
Outside Byzantium? Of course not. There's nothing for me outside Byzantium.
Yeah, you're sending me all over Halcyon.
Yes, and I'm terribly grateful you've agreed. Look, darling, I don't belong outside Byzantium any more than a fish belongs on the land. Anyway, I'm quite certain Byzantium wouldn't last 3 days without me. I'd return to a smoking ruin of hideous fabrics and mismatched colors.
I see. Thanks.
You're very welcome.
Alright, see you around.
Oh, can you believe this outfit? It's so handsome, I'm almost afraid to touch it. Well, I guess that's everything then. After all this time, I just have to actually do it now. You know, there's a part Junlei's been looking for to fix up the air cyclers. They only carried them on big colony ships, like the Hope.
Yeah, Parvati, making every little thing perfect won't change Junlei's feelings.
I know. For a while, it felt like everything I did was a little bit of help. And it meant I didn't have to ask her to be mine. Not yet. Not for real. Next time we dock with Groundbreaker, I'm doing it. I'll send June a message and ask her over. Oh, this is real scary, Captain. I'm grateful for all you done.
Oh, we got some abilities, have we? Okay. What have you got up here, actually? Oh, we'll go for the base health. Let's go for... plus 10% range damage. Right then. So that's... okay, we've got to go back to the ship. So let's go visit Ellie's parents. Attend the audition. Iconoclast Marauder Spacer. Don't think I've got any of those at the moment, do I? I kind of got rid of everything. Okay, well I might have it on the Unreliable actually.
I love Byzantium. Where else are you going to find art?
That is creepy as hell.
Have you tried our new cocktail sponsored by Rizzo's? 1 part purple spectrum vodka, 1 part artificial tomato-like substitute juice. We call it a Blue Bloody Mary.
No, I wanted to ask you something.
Oh, by all means, ask away.
Picked up any interesting rumors?
Maverick Johnston's about to release his new picture. From what I hear, they've already shooting.
What's it like working in Byzantium?
I don't believe in work. Work is for auto mechanicals and lower classes.
Are you serious?
I don't mean to sound cruel. There's nothing wrong with working. It's just so unnecessary. Why bother? We all have our roles in society. I like to think of myself as an entrepreneur. This drinking establishment is my investment.
I should go.
Citizens, today marks a monumentous occasion in the course of Halcyon history. After a deep and thorough examination of our budgets, revenue streams, and predictive models, we are publishing our yearly success report. Profits are soaring, promotions abound. Thanks to your continued hard work, Halcyon is healthier and more productive than ever. In the coming months, Byzantium will be sure to see the many rewards reaped from your diligent labor. Once we nail down the details, I can't wait to share what's in store. For now, my friends, keep up the hard work.
Sure, they look fancy, but inside, they're just marble of existential emptiness.
Desirables, and you're... Oh, there! That's one right there. Can't you just see the stench of impropriety radiating off of him?
How splendid. Another rung leech wandering through the streets of Byzantium. Why, just this morning I thought to myself, as lovely as the gardens are, what they really need is more greasy vagrants frolicking through them. And here you are, frolicking.
What a coincidence. Just now I thought I'd really like to sock this lady in the face.
Ugh, how utterly expected. You must be one of those violent vagrants I've heard tell of, wandering the system in search of brutality. Honestly, what is the board thinking letting so many of your ilk into the city proper? It's madness.
Well, if the board isn't supposed to let people into the city, how do you get here?
I earned my place here, just like everyone else. My grandfather was the CIO at Tile, you see.
Wait, but what did you do to earn your place here?
I just told you. My grandfather made millions of bits as CIO, and I earned them from him.
Inheriting bits isn't the same as earning them.
Of course it is. Wealth is the most visible, objective measure of success. And success isn't given to you, it's earned. My grandfather taught me that. If you have wealth, you're successful, and if you're successful, you must have earned it. Honestly, it's a simple concept.
I see. Thanks.
You're welcome. Now, do we have any further business, or are you just here for the repartee?
What's wrong with more people coming to Byzantium?
What's wrong? It erodes the very pillars of our society. Merit, decorum, personal hygiene. This city is meant for us, the system's finest. We earned its luxuries. But now we are overrun with the unworthy and the ungrateful, and this early retirement nonsense is making it even worse.
That's a terrible attitude. You shouldn't look down on people like that.
Oh, do spare me your petty judgment. It's beneath me. Millions and millions of bits beneath me. By simply winning a lottery, those early retirees get an exclusive district of Byzantium to themselves. No one else is even allowed to go there. Tell me, how is that fair?
Well, most contests have some inherent biases, so technically...
Oh, by the law. I mean the principle of it, not the mechanics. It's not right. I deserve to see any district I please. Why, if it weren't guarded, I'd... You know, you look like you've been shot at before. What say I hire you to investigate this travesty, and you get paid to do so?
She's got a point. We're probably gonna get shot at anyway. Might as well make a few bits.
Yes. Listen to your... What is that person's job exactly? Are they your secretary? Personal masseuse? Or do you just keep them around as a mobile armrest? Well, it doesn't matter. What's important is that you think this is a fabulous arrangement, and you'd be thrilled to lend me your services. Aren't you?
Why would I ever help you with something so selfish?
Did you miss the part where I said I'd pay you? That's all the reason someone like you should require.
Well, it's not. Give me something better.
Better than money? Let's see, there's... no. The thrill of discovery. Like in an Aetherwave adventure. People love those, right? Don't you want to see what the retirement district is like?
Fine, I'll do it, but not for the money.
Fantastic. Consider yourself employed, Vagrant. I hear the chosen retirees all enter the retirement district via the port landing pad, but it's completely locked down. You'd never get in that way. Unless, of course, you had a wealthy, beautiful benefactor of impeccable social pedigree, which you do. How fortunate for you. These codes will get you past the lockdown. You'll encounter security afterward, but surely you'll handle it. You are the violent sort of vagrant, after all.
How did you get those access codes?
The same way anyone gets anything here, of course. I made friends with the right people. Bits might earn you a place in Byzantium, but that means everyone here has little need for more of them. For favors like this, you need to spend... let's call it social capital.
I should go. Ugh. Alright, Ellie, are you ready to go see the folks?
My parents' place. Smell that? Industrial-grade cleaning solvent in desperation.
No, that's what that is. Whoever designed that light fitting made a killing.
Marilyn, is that you?
Lars, we certainly didn't expect to see you like this. And I didn't expect you to renew your marriage contract. But we're all full of surprises today, aren't we? Speaking of surprises, you should meet my new friend. We've been running around the system for a while now, stirring up all sorts of trouble.
Fancy place. I'll probably be taking a few things with me.
There you go again, Captain. Always menacing polite society. Anyway, you're probably wondering where I've been all this time.
Not exactly.
The last few years have been a bloody haze. You wouldn't believe the messes we've gotten ourselves into. Right?
Yep, theft, vandalism, profanity, you name it, we've done it at least twice.
Yep, we're a pair of disgraceful lowlifes.
Marilyn, this really isn't the best time. Perhaps you should go.
We'll stay as long as we like. And while we're at it, we'll drink your expensive hooch, wear our outside shoes all over your nice floors.
Hold up, these floors aren't just nice, they're top quality marble.
He's right. Since when can you afford authentic Terran marble?
That's what we've been trying to tell you, dear, but you must understand, we hadn't heard from you in ages.
We thought you were dead. I'm not dead. I just never wanted to talk to you again.
I'm afraid the distinction was lost on us, darling.
Why do I get the feeling you people are about to apologize for something?
We only did what any grieving parents in our position would do. We collected on your life insurance policy.
And the payouts have been rather, substantial.
You what? Well, now that I'm here, I guess you'll just have to report back that I'm very much alive and kicking.
It's not that simple. For one thing, we'd have to cut back on so many necessities. The neighbors would be sure to notice.
Why did you do that?
Explain your disappearance somehow.
We couldn't very well tell people you'd run off to become a miscreant, could we?
I'll have you know Ellie's a professional miscreant.
Shh! Someone could hear you.
We concocted a story about Celeste Jollycurl designing a pair of 12-inch heels for you.
One of a kind, naturally.
That led to your tragic death when you tripped and broke your neck.
It was quite the story. People were talking about it for weeks.
Ellie, are you done with these jerks?
Not until I get some answers. Couldn't you have at least made up a better story? Something with pirates or raptidons? And what are you gonna do now that we're here?
Yes, about that. We were just about to ask you to, leave.
Quietly, if you don't mind.
You people should be ashamed of yourselves.
Well, we're trying to avoid further embarrassment.
I'm afraid it would cause quite a stir if the neighbors saw you two stomping about.
That's it? You just want us to disappear now?
Marilyn, please.
Don't cause a scene.
I don't know about you, Ellie, but I'm ready to cause a scene.
Let's just get out of here, Captain. Fine. I'm gone. Forever this time.
You two are awful. Taking this.
What do you think you're doing?
Whatever I want. That's right. Sit down. Don't worry, Ellie. I got you back.
Let's talk outside.
Okay. You want to shoot the place up a little? Want to poop in their shoes? No? Alright.
Can we talk?
Can you believe those two? We'd hardly been there a minute and they turned us out like yesterday's garbage.
Yeah, I agree with her, but I'm not really sure how to agree with her here. They shouldn't have got so upset.
I wanted them to get upset. I just thought it would play out differently. They'd both be sitting there watching one of their vapid aetherwave dramas, and then we'd walk in. Mother would drop her mock apple cider, and the glass would shatter all over their overpriced marble. Father would tear off his glasses and blink open-mouthed.
And then what?
I'd have a great one-liner in the tube. I was thinking either the leather's fake but the scars are real, or oops, did I just track awesome onto your rug?
I kind of want to go along with it here, but is that gonna? I don't want to intimidate Ellie. Let's just let her get out of the system.
Father would throw his hands up, because this would be just like me, to come back and make a big scene. Then Mother would do the old, "You had us worried sick." Her eyes would be red, and she'd have her fist in front of her mouth to stifle a sob.
Hey, chin up. You're better than this.
I just didn't want to get booted out of the house I grew up in like that. It's embarrassing, you know? And I've got a reputation to maintain.
Yeah, sorry, it's a rough situation.
I'm used to rough situations. Like when someone loads your pistol with blanks and strands you in a Marauder moonbase. Or traps you in an airlock with an angry mantis worm.
Yeah, this episode reflects on them, not you.
But I want to talk about me now.
You've got to surround yourself with people who will really look out for you.
Unless you mean the kind who'll look out for you to blink so they could swipe your bits. The galaxy's not exactly crawling with those. Anyway, I don't want to sift through this lousy experience for meaningful life lessons. I'm mad, and I want to do something about it. Something like... Wait a second. What if I could get that money?
Keep talking.
I could open a new account, designate that account holder as a sole beneficiary. All the payouts would go to me. I'll make money without doing a thing. And I'll get to cut them off.
Okay, so how do we do this?
My policy is with the Greater Halcyon Insurance Group. They have an office in Byzantium. Maybe you could use some of your people skills to help me set up a dummy beneficiary account. If that doesn't work, I'm sure we can find one of their terminals and do it ourselves.
Okay, but I need to ask you a few things.
Something on your mind?
Okay, never mind. Let's go. I reckon we're probably going to be going around to most of these places at some point.
You and your pen pal seem to be getting along. Don't make it small. When you say it like that, it sounds stupid. Whoa, take it easy. Didn't realize you were so wrapped up. You're doing it again.
What are you doing already? She's serious about this one.
Remember that stranger I saw in the square? You know, the one traveling with the rather filthy plumber? I thought we had auto mechs for that sort.
If Hortense yells at me about vagrants one more time... I'm gonna stop.
I'm on my legally allotted break. Really, I'm supposed to be here. Oh, what are you doing here?
What are you doing here?
Nothing. Nothing. Why? Does it look like I'm up to something? Laws, I knew it! You got me. I'm caught, aren't I?
Yeah, you're in big trouble. Now, why don't you tell me what you did?
I work in the lab at the Ministry of Accuracy and Morale. Some of my sprats went missing, but it's not my fault, okay? Maybe I let them out more often than regulations allow, but they need to stretch their little legs. And so what if I occasionally forgot to latch their cage? Everyone gets a little distracted now and then.
Calm down and tell me what happened.
They escaped, and before I could coax them back, they'd made their way to the maintenance tunnels. Even if I did dare go down there, they're among all the common sewer sprats and exterminator mechanicals.
I could look for your sprats.
Really? In that case, take this collection crate. 6 of my little ones are down there, but don't worry, you can easily tell them apart from common sewer sprats. They have intelligent eyes, an agreeable yet reserved demeanor, and a fondness for hiding. Also, they're white rather than green. Please, do take care, and do mind the exterminator mechanicals. If the worst should happen to my little darlings, well, I still want their bodies. For science, of course.
What are the maintenance tunnels beneath Byzantium?
Well, to maintain things, of course. Like big, humming machine things with gears. And pipes. Water pipes. Air pipes. All sorts of pipes. That's why they connect the city from the Acropolis district to here.
But why don't you go into the tunnels yourself?
Everyone knows sewer sprats carry diseases. And the exterminator mechanicals have been known to fire on larger targets. Why they'd do that when they're only supposed to attack sprats, I've no idea. But there are rumors.
Rumors? Like what?
Some people say there are strange things in those tunnels. Assassins. A room full of murderous automechanicals. Monsters hungry for human flesh. A hidden bureaucratic purgatory where things and people are lost forever. Not that I place any stock in silly rumors, of course.
Okay, and why are there exterminator mechanicals in the tunnels?
To deal with the sewer sprats, of course. They're quite the nuisance.
I'm wondering why you're so attached to these sprats.
They're for my, research.
Out with it already.
Oh, very well. It's true. I do run studies on them at the lab, but I also have a special connection with them. See, I'm an enormous fan of all my colonists. The early seasons, before the plotlines got tacky. You must have seen the classic episodes.
Just tell me what this has to do with your sprats.
Well, I name all my sprats after my favorite characters. That way, their stories can live on in rodent form. So you see, it's imperative that I get them all back.
Right, so your sprats, what are their names?
Not just names. They all have backstories, too. There's Lord Reginald Kim III, Lady Philippa Farnsworth, Vonda von Vermington, Haroon Greenlee, Iskander Emmanuel Sanchez, and Evelyn Ensley Okoye.
Who am I kidding? I don't need to hear about this.
Something else?
You seem surprised I'd help you.
I still am. After all, I'm a person of very little influence and only middling prospects. No one does favors for free. But I must say, I'm far too distressed to think critically about your suspiciously kind offer.
Farewell. You strange person. So is that gonna... yeah, okay. We'll probably end up down there for another reason, I'd have thought, at some point. So let's hold off on that for now.
I'm afraid I can't come down anymore, my good man.
The dissidents actually took over the refinery. I can't believe it.
Ah, yeah, now we're talking.
Looking for weapons? You've come to the right place. Every Byzantine needs high-quality armaments, and you won't find better anywhere else.
What do people around need weapons for?
Why, to defend their property, of course.
50-Bit says he's got a hard on right now.
Byzantium is the best of what Halcyon has to offer. It's up to us to protect it.
Protect it from what?
Marauders, dissidents, especially large sprats. One never knows what threat might arise.
Yeah, whatever you say.
Indeed. Now, what are you in the market for, my fine friend?
Let's have a look. Let's repair everything while we can for money. Right then. Okay. Nothing spectacular. Yeah, nothing great.
That episode from a few weeks ago was supposedly based on a real incident.
The sole letter in this mailbox is addressed to the Greater Housing Insurance Group's satellite office in Fallbrook on the planet Monarch.
I guess we're going to Fallbrook.
Well, we do need to go back to Monarch to get some iconoclast gear, don't we? So what's this now? Oh, it's insurance office.
Down there.
Huh?
On your ship.
Oh, right, right.
Any of the corporate freighters.
But what would they be doing here? And how did they ever get permission to land?
Hey.
Perhaps we'll finally get some excitement after all.
You stop gawking at my ship.
Think I can hit that mechanical down there?
You'll get in trouble.
Okay, so let's have a look how we're doing here. So that's on Monarch. That's just on the ship. That we need to do for what's that? The sublight people, isn't it? Okay, let's look at that. And we need to attend the audition too. Let's probably do these ones next. Attend the audition, because you know the Ava Chartrand thing. Don't really want to start killing people quite yet. They've also got us check out the retirement bit, which is where we knew where we docked, wasn't it?
My dear fellow.
Rizzo's mock apple cider.
All right, how does this sound? Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to walk into you like that.
What the? Okay. It's not too bad actually, 54, 54. What am I rocking at the moment? 53 and 18. Okay, let's upgrade. We haven't done it for a while. Oh, pretty cool. Okay, so next time we'll go audition.
Terror on Monarch loses its appeal after the 5th viewing. Now, Titus Androidicus, there's a work of timeless culture.
Titus Androidicus? Your idea of timeless culture is watching two mechanicals knocking about?
Excuse me? Those mechanicals had more heart than any two-bit actor in one of your serial adventures.